adjust it right quick. Ah, turn it.
Gonna be the president? That's stupid. Why would you even say that? Let's make sure that we have the point. No, this is superiority over anything. Y'all need to stop. You will receive the first warning. So at the table. No, practice equality. The hell? Yeah, practice equality. I said it. Practice equality. Ain't no superiority over here. Chair your meeting, lady. Chair your meeting. Chair your meeting. Chair your meeting, lady. You're interacting with me. Chair your meeting. Chair your meeting. She interacted with me. Why do I have to leave? This is a public meeting that I'm supposed to be. You gotta go to bed. She can't throw me out of here. I want to arrest you, but I just ask you. How can you arrest me for a public meeting? I'm not doing that. This is not superiority over law, though. I'm a sit free. Listen, you know what? You're right. I got better places I could be than here anyway. Oh, weird as hell. Look at all these crooks, y'all. This is crazy. Sorry, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking about these folks, y'all. That intimidation mechanism y'all using gonna fail y'all. Be careful. Stupid asses. Is this normal? It is. It is. It's very normal. It's weird. They kids, they little kids. They don't have no professionalism. They don't have no intellect to run no meeting. They little children. They is elementary kids. That's all it is a kid show.
Very interesting. I was there for that. I got something to say about that too. I think my boy got a pretty good case if he decided to put some paperwork in on him because number one, there was an appeal of the chair which she gave him that warning that they never got to handle. It's a mess. It's a whole lot of mess going on, and we running a little bit late, so and I gotta run up the door rider in a minute. So and I'm going up the door rider because we're having a trunk or treat today. It starts at 5 o'clock. So as soon as I get done with this podcast, it's right up the street, so I'm good. I'll be right up there. I'm help Bell's Catering service prepare 100 free hot dogs, and that's also going to be the caterer for our Feed 60 December the 24th event that we are putting together a GoFundMe for because this year is going to be different than it has been the past years because of political faults. We're just going to say a lot of people are personal nowadays. A lot of people are personal. A lot of decisions are based upon personal opinions, the way we feel personally about something, not the way the majority of the people are speaking, not the Democratic way. They say Democratic, but it's not Democratic. When you say this is how I personally feel and this is why I'm going to do it because I feel this way. So, and it's a lot. 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 Terrence, show me some more. Show me some clips. I want to see that one. I want to definitely see that one about our don't want to be coexistent people. But I'm just just shows just put some clips on. I mean, I interact from there.
I'm just like AC made. You right? AC made hella points, but and I, you know what? And I usually don't like to say this brother name, but it goes back to what they say, not what they say. Watch how they vote.
Mm-hmm.
Go back
Mm-hmm.
to not what they say. Watch how they vote. See that when you get in that.
Well, I can't even get mad at that because I don't mention his name either. But that's characteristic of somebody like that. But yeah, that's that. I be saying that all the time. Because they are masters of telling people what they want to hear. It's a lot of people that just specialize in telling people what they want to hear. And Quincy Murphy is a prime example. He constantly gets up there and speak out about something and then vote totally opposite of how his conversation. It's 10 minutes of I don't know what to call it because like I said, his words don't match his vote. His actions don't match his vote. I mean, his actions don't match his speeches or whatever it is. I mean, cause like you know, before they vote, they had a 2 5-minute sessions to explain why they feel the way they are, convince the other person to, not vote the way they vote. So when they do that, I can't read your writing at all, and we having technical difficulties. So I'm just gonna have to read this later on and get back with you. But during the votes, during that session, they try to get you to change your vote with them or whatever. But during that time, Quincy Murphy's 10 minutes is always making people feel a certain kind of way on certain situations that, like the House of Esther and stuff like that he's gonna come back to reality. But as to some people, never me. Uh, I'm not surprised by the way he talked, the way he vote, because I have often told him that, man, we ain't caring about all that talk, man. We watching how you vote. And I'm telling the people is don't pay attention to all that talk. Watch how you vote. And during those 10 minutes, Quincy can say some stuff that can make people say, oh yeah, we should have recalled him. Yeah, he all right. Yeah, he with us. He coming back. Ah. Then when that vote comes, that's his MO. That's his MO. I want to state something about the city council. None of them, except Eric Mays, seem to be willing and really to put their actions on paper. He is the only one that is willing to write legislation to help the people. All the rest of them is full of talk. Quincy Murphy, and I want to say somebody else, but I don't know what I'm exactly where I'm going as far as council women are concerned. Help him and communicated with Attorney Kim to create that situation, the resolutions that called Miss Inez Brown to just say, man, I'm done with this. But they haven't did anything far as bringing anything forward to do anything about these talks. I mean, they haven't wrote a ordinance or a call for money to help or the police department or anything like that. So, man, the devil is terrible. Where he is. I'm looking out the window so y'all can't see what I'm seeing, and y'all don't know everything that I've been through leading up to this point. It started exactly at when I was supposed to be receiving the first one at another phone. So, but anyway, they're not willing to put it in writing. They don't want to, ain't no, Eric Mays did it. Show another clip. Show another clip so I can comment on it. Man. How y'all
Then
day going?
Rich got up there and he got to talking. And me and Don, we weren't really paying attention to what Rich was saying. We was paying attention to the council people. And do you know it wasn't two council people at the same time that paid attention to what Rich was saying? And even though you may not agree with what Rich be saying or what any of the public is saying, I think it's only respectful that when the public come up there to speak, if you disagree, if you like them, if you don't, that's what we're talking about, the personal stuff again. You got to listen to them. Just pay attention to them, because when they get loud out there in that audience and don't pay attention to y'all put them out. So I think respect needs to go both ways. Trevor.
I must agree with her that respect needs to go both ways, but that uh that adds on to what I was just speaking on earlier before I had you short the clip. Maybe that's why. Because when I go up on that podium, I let them know that they can write legislation to spend some of those Harper funds to help the community. That moment that she was speaking about then, I wish she would have been paying attention to me and helped open eyes. Because what I was saying was, why aren't y'all looking into ways to where y'all can help homeowners receive done, but it ain't being done in Flint, Michigan. And we just lost over 200 houses. I mean, almost 200 houses to foreclosure. The previous meeting, there were homeowners that I grew up with that are no longer homeowners because of this ordeal. So I really wish everybody would pay attention, because the people that want things to stay the way they are don't want y'all to pay attention to them. I guarantee some of those houses was taken because of water bill. And another thing, that when I went up in front of the city council and they ignored me, is when I let them know that they could stabilize the water fund and zero balance everybody's water account. And I guarantee some of those 128 or 900 something, almost 200 homes, some of them were victims because of that. But anyway, and like I said earlier, ain't none of them putting no ink on no paper. Ain't none of them writing no resolutions to change anything. Write a resolution to give some of the Harper funds to the House of Esther. Don't talk about it, be about it. One of the things that I walked up in front of the city council when I said, Well, just because so and so ain't gonna vote with you, put it out there so the people know what's going on your mind. Put it on what the people got on their mind. But it ain't like that. It ain't even like, man, this is a terrible society. And while her and Don was sitting back there talking, Don is trying to get us to unite. I'm willing to coexist. I'm trying to coexist right now. Some of those people are impossible to coexist with. And bagging up, bullpucky, some of them do because they bag each other, and some of them ain't right, and they bag somebody, and they don't want to coexist. So I'm willing to sit down at the table with all of them, and hell, they allowed to sit down at the table and start throwing dirt on each other. I don't know what's going to come out of it, but I'm with my boy Terrence. If Terrence willing to sit down, I'm willing to sit down. But at the end of the day, matter of fact, we ain't got to go to the end. We can go to the beginning of the day. It really ain't nothing but what a couple of those messy folks over there create that just keep making stuff more than it is, because there really ain't a problem. But it's always somebody saying beef, beef, beef. Yeah, y'all do a couple little things that make me, but you know, there ain't no beef. It's just that every time, and a lot of people say, let y'all slide. And I tell them every time, I'm not going to do it. That's all. But otherwise than that, no, it ain't no. We wake up, no. Some of y'all wake up. How can y'all distract and destroy and all that? But that ain't what I'm about. That ain't what we're about. We're about solutions. We ain't trying to be deflected off of this feed 60, which has been happening. Telling people don't come on the shows, and if you mess with them, we ain't oh man, we don't do none of that. We just don't promote y'all. That's it. And to be honest, y'all don't give us nothing to promote. What we gonna do? Talk about y'all shows? Oh, they're going live and they ain't coming on. I'm talking about we rallying over here. We're standing with this family over here. We got this donation thing going on over here. We're passing out water over here. You ain't got none of that, so that's the kind of stuff I share and promote. Like the trunk or treat that I'm finna go and participate in as soon as I get done with this podcast. And I got the phone back. This is the reason why we going on now. We went on as late as we did instead of at 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, yeah, that's what happened. So we were running like an hour and something late because of this phone wasn't in my possession. And I'm actually supposed to be on my way up to Door Rider, but it's all good. If I leave heading there at 3 when I'm supposed to be there at 3, I think I'm on time in the black man's mind. I like that one. If I leave here at 3 and I'm supposed to be there at 3, then I think I'm on time from a black man's mind. Yeah, it's kind of cool. True, too. I will be on time. Late, but on time. Yeah, man. Show me another clip, man. Ooh, doing rider today, 5 o'clock, trunk or treat.
Because I'm trying to prove a point. Not ever going to do it. So Mickey, I want to go to the video because I want people to see. I didn't change. And let me say this for everyone that reached out to me and said, Tanya, my condolences. I'm sorry, what your family is going through. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for Winters Hall, who said I should have stayed home, that couldn't have been a more rude, unprofessional remark. And no, she did not call me and say, I'm sorry.
Whoa. They got to be talking about that that vote that when Tanya gave him the fifth vote. My condolences to you, Miss Burns. Also, this is my first time knowing what you was going through, and I was at that council meeting when you made that vote that I didn't approve of either. But I understand where you're coming from, because the same way you feel about why you voted for that, I feel. But the difference is, I feel they should have went somewhere else and got that money. They coming out of Lansing where all the money is. They got that much money, but they fell 1 million short. And then they say, if we don't get $1 million, they're going to take all of that back. Like I said before, I'm for all of the money that they, and then I feel this way about it. Hell, y'all, if y'all was so good and y'all done came up with such a plan where y'all could get that close to your goal, I'm positive by the time y'all spend half of that, y'all should have found $1 million somewhere. Hell, Dr. Mona, you should have donated $1 million to the program. You done beat us out of more than that. You done got way more than $1 million off our story and our hardships. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. She done one of the few people that had capitalized off of our misery. She's one of them. One of the few people who life has changed for the better because of our misery. She's one of them. Another one of them is all 200 of those attorneys that represented us. Whenever the citizens of Flint get their piece of that $600 and something million slap in the face, most of those lives ain't gonna be changed. Most of them gonna be still living in the same house, driving the same car, wearing the same clothes. Shit, most of them just gonna say, I paid a couple of fucking bills. A lot of them gonna be looking for attorneys to sue the doctors. A lot of us gonna be looking for attorneys to sue the attorneys. It's gonna be a lot of pissed off people in Flint, Michigan. Ric Jones said that. Ric Jones said that. I'm gonna get back to that clip too. Prime example a messiness that I don't know, man. I just honestly, man, I just think this social media is new to a lot of people that got old ways, and a lot of people are grown as hell still acting like they in high school on social media groups. Shit, some of the city council, some of the way the city council move and talk, man, I'll be like, man, I ain't really feeling no age in that. I'm feeling youthful. That's like some young. That's just like some young dumb conversation. Like, come on, man. Do you even believe what you saying? Yeah. Do you even believe what you saying? I mean, I'm Kyrie. I'm sorry, but I got a flashback. It was actually, and I ain't gonna even say this person's name. I ain't gonna even say this person's name. But this person is associated with the floppers. They actually tried to, and this was after Mayor Weaver had lost the election, her first time losing the election, the general election to Sheldon Neely, to where he became mayor. And I think this was on his inauguration, that meeting. Positive it was. But this person actually tried to tell me that they wasn't lying. Everything was factual about that uh application that they put out there as a ballot. Me, if they had the nerve to think that they could get inside my head and make me believe that junk, I'm thinking about all the people that they really made feel that way. Just like the many people that they made feel like Karen Weaver was a thief that stole that $267 million. And we can go back to another, that would make me go back to another one, to what Winters was talking about not paying attention to me. The city of Flint should be tired of not paying attention to the right people, and should be tired of following messy people. We didn't entertain ourselves into a hole. You want to ignore somebody that's alerting the city council that they can find ways or create ways or tap into systems or programs that have helped homeowners receive tax abatement. The lady that I'm helping pass hot dogs out today at 5 o'clock, we was talking. She would love to have a restaurant. She would love to have a store. She would love to have a gas station. But guess why she doesn't? Because she's American. And she will have to pay taxes. Just like the citizens of Flint got to pay for that $72 million cleanup of the All Buick City. The conversation that started the conversations that are in the conversations that we are now having. Didn't mind putting out there 3,000 jobs. Had no problem at all. And then Quincy Murphy, I ain't no way I'm turning. Give the people the whole story. The old Buick land got to be cleaned up before anything can be put there. It got to be cleaned up. A building got to be built. A company got to contract. And then you got 3,000 jobs. Our taxes is going to be immediately affected. And we 10 to 15 years down the line seeing any progress over there as far as a job. This is the worst city council ever. And it's a shame that that project happened to fall in their laps because that site should have been cleaned up 30 years ago. We should have had that site cleaned. We should have been one of the first places to have one of those Tesla plants. We should have been ready to go with it. But hell, by the time we get our plan up, what's going to be the new company? So these solar cars are hybrids. They finna add another 10, 15 years into their existence. Don't know. Do care, but don't know. We living in drier times right now. We just gotta pray. We just gotta pray. And we just gotta stay strong. You know, I'm gonna remind the citizens of Flint on something. I know millionaires that is dumb as a bag of rocks, but they have a home. Yet I feel that the only thing that they have on me is that they're a millionaire. And because of their money, some of the dumb things that they can say can become reality, like outer world. Just a poor little ninth grader sitting in Northwestern High School. That's not going to work. Those people are going to stop going as soon as they run out of free tickets. What's going on in outer world now? It is now a parking lot. During that same time, they had conversation of putting a casino there. Flint could have been the first city with a casino. But our brilliant millionaires and our followers didn't happen. Stories about it coming about again, but our brilliant millionaires and our followers, do we have one? No. Instead of being the first with one, we probably the one or the only without. Right. Detroit capitalized. One of the parts of Detroit that stay off of the the bad places to go in Detroit list, and we ain't gonna even mention them garbage cans that they done forced on us. And when that all that man, let's talk about that metal detector right quick. Then I gotta get out of here. All of this started from one word when Pfeiffer said monkey. They went totally, totally too far after Pfeiffer said the word monkey. Clear as day, he showed that he didn't mean to say it. Clear as day, Liddell Lewis was. Did you hear? Are you really see what was going on? She knew it. She went. She had that crazy press conference with the pastors and some people in the community. She made everybody that stood behind her look terrible. One of the young men that stood behind her, I talked to, and he said he told her that she was going too far. But yeah, he still stood behind her. Shaking my head, y'all. Yeah, y'all can't see me, but I'm shaking my head. Then she even went a step further. Her and one of her comrades sent the stuff to that one dude that only recorded their side of the story. Apparently, they sent him that Quincy was a female instead of a male. Don't know how all of that came about, but it did. To Dennis Pfeiffer getting a threat from somebody from another part of the fucking country, to and all of a sudden Liddell is getting rides from the Flint police to and from council meetings. And in the middle of her getting rides to and from council meetings, we had a metal detector put up on the third floor, only during council hours. And then we had another metal detector at the last meeting at the front door, which I said when they brought the first one up, when Trevor walked in there with his long gun that I didn't really like, I was like, two wrongs don't make a right. Be careful what you ask for. And this is exactly what I was saying. Now you got that big sign up that says the gun-free zone doing council, and they need to add some words to that. No, that right there, they need to add some words to that. And then those 3 words need to be during council meetings. Because when there's no council meeting, there's no guards at that metal detector. There's no guards there. So if going through the metal detector, and how lawful that is, how right that is, honestly, if it ain't against the law that they doing it the way they doing it, I'm with it. Because the mayor never should have got this far. It never should have got this far. But since it's this far, since you're going to call a press conference, since you're going to have metal detectors there, since people are going to have displays where they can show that they got their right to carry and all that other stuff, then you got to put your gun-free zone sign up. You got to have your metal detector up, and it is what it is now. And if it stays exactly how it is, to where that zone, that gun-free sign only comes up during council meetings, I have no problem with that. I heard something that Pfeiffer said something about all of those officers was receiving overtime pay. Mayor Cheryl Neely, be careful what you ask for. Now that's another part of your police budget. What you gonna do when all
new residents and increasing our property values, our greatest investments in our lives. But I need your help. I can't do it alone.
I don't know what that was, but he might well be careful what you ask for. You gotta watch your budget now, bro. Now that's a part of your police budget. I will say that I did talk to the police officers after the last meeting, and they wasn't on overtime yet. So they did do better as far as that part of the thing go. But you know, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. But Flynn, I think it's about time we start acting like it's 1970. I think we need to put on our thick coats, put our hoodies on. We gotta start letting these people know how we feel. And cause then they voting off of their own accord. They're voting about their emotions. They may have a small circle that they listen. Uh, but they definitely not listening to the majority of us. And middle finger to anybody that's misleading the blind minds and Flint. Uninfluenced.
Jesus, go ahead and say all you fucking want, bro. You think you fucking... You need to fucking quit, stupid fuck!
Because it's a lot of people that really don't know what's going on, and it's a shame that first impressions can be the worst impressions. And some of y'all are doing things to garner attention, but y'all using that attention in the wrong way, and y'all reaching out for the attention for the wrong thing. Um, Rechannel y'all energy, man, and start thinking about what y'all can do that can make our city better. And some of the things that y'all can do are some of the issues that y'all can stand on, are some of the points that y'all can make. May compromise y'all livelihood, but like Eric Mays told Liddell Lewis at that last uh council meeting, some things you gotta be willing to die for. I ain't saying we gotta get killed and all that other stuff like that, but we do gotta stand for something. Yeah, we do gotta stand for something. So we didn't fail for everything. Everything. Y'all gotta look at this racial deal with this plant. And that's another thing that I'm quite sure they ignored me on that too. Because the backs of the citizens wasn't the only way that they could have got that Blue plant stuff cleaned up or patched or put cement. I don't know if they digging it up, getting rid of it, or they putting cement on top of it to it won't contaminate what's go. I don't know if they gonna dig some and put cement. I don't know how they gonna do it, but I do know that there was other ways it could have got done besides the city of Flint being responsible for $72 million in tax. And that may go up because like a whole lot of people that get contracts with the city of Flint, they get started and say they need more money. Especially the ones that have to bid for jobs. Is oftentimes where they will underbid somebody and then come back and require more money than the lowest bidder, than the highest bidder. Shoot. I don't know, man. No, man. I'm finna get up out of here, y'all. Don't forget, Door Rider. We finna get this GoFundMe thing set up together too. So anyway, I'm gonna just do one thing at a time. First thing, 5 o'clock, we're having the trunk or treat at Door Rider School. Bells, Bella's Catering will be giving away 100 free hot dogs. Bell's Catering will also be catering the Fee 60 December the 24th. Uh, Miss Beverly Biggs, she will be providing the dessert. And let me tell y'all the reason why I chose to pay homage to those two individuals. Bells, Belial, I'm gonna have all of that right after the day. Trust me. Cause we going live again. We going live on Thursday too. But she often does what she's doing today when it comes to giving away to her feet. So I said I'm gonna support a business that gives away, and she's one. Miss Bell, she has an annual book bag giveaway every year. So that's why I said I'm gonna support her. So that's what I'm doing, and the GoFundMe will be ready way before Thursday. It'll be out there before Thursday, but the It's Just You will be focusing on letting people know about that because what's going on and how you feel and how you treat people, that just don't affect you and that person. They got people that's connected to them, you know. Peace out. I love y'all. Don't forget about the trunk or treat at 5 o'clock today at Door Rider. I'll be there. I don't know who else gonna be there. I know Bella's catering services will be there, and they will be giving away 100 free hot dogs. And shout out to Tanya. You all right with me? Cause Miss Atkins is out there. Tanya Atkins is out there. And she's a cool person. Thank everybody. Whoever I don't see at 5, whoever I don't see until next Thursday, I'll see next Thursday. Before we go, the reason why we didn't do the It Ain't Just You last Thursday, a couple of days ago, it was all my fault. It was I got notification of that special meeting Thursday. Didn't have my phone charged up and was supposed to leave there and charge him up, do the podcast, but shit, I ended up leaving there too late, and one thing led to another. And like I said before, the devil is a lie. The devil interfered with what happened today. He been throwing little roadblocks in my way, but I'm still here. And it'd be different if I was expecting everything to go right and everybody to act accordingly. But I'm not. I'm really, to be honest, I'm really like everything when they come to me, like, oh, I've been over that, you know, about how the way people vote and stuff like that, and jump around and turn on each other, and I've been over that. Some things, that's why I stayed in my lane and keep rolling the way I'm rolling, because I know some things that people ignore. A lot of people ignore me. A lot of people ignore me. A lot of people don't want people to hear what I'm saying, which is stupid. Because it ain't like I'm trying to say, y'all go jump off a bridge. Y'all go rob a store. I ain't saying nothing like that. I'm saying, like, man, shit, they can stabilize our water fund. They can find ways to alleviate some of this pressure we got from paying taxes, keeping our houses. They can say, instead of saying we finna put $1 million in helping people repair their homes, they can say we're finna help 50 people. And that's the truth. Because the truth of it is you're finna help 50 people. You help the city people with each one of them 20,000. Well, that's all I got to say. I'm out of here. We got to do what we got to do. I'll see y'all next Thursday. If not before, I'm quite sure I will be going live before Thursday. Thank y'all very much.
Ray, you gone crazy. You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets. Yeah. You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the street. We speak for the street.
Yeah. You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the street.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.